It's Sam Rossi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about 3 of the biggest and most important tips for networking with wealthy and successful individuals like millionaires. So make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell to stay updated with my content, and let's just get right into it. Okay, the first tip, which is probably one of the biggest misconceptions that people generally have about networking as a whole, is that you need to have a huge network. When I was younger, I remember thinking that if I was going to get into networking, I needed to be able to keep in touch with like 200 people or more, right? I never know what other people are thinking, but that was what I thought it was like. And the truth is, it's not like that at all. Some of the most successful networkers that I've ever met have maybe 10 people that they regularly keep in contact with, which is a lot easier to manage and maintain than 200. It might be tempting to think that having 100 or 200 people in your network would be really cool and maybe really beneficial to you. The fact is that it's more stress than it's worth, and at that point, if you can't keep up with that many people on a regular basis, you're not going to have a strong connection anyway, and then you're not going to get the real benefits of actually networking. So if you focus on quality instead of quantity, you're going to find that your networking is so much easier and just much more fruitful for you. This is another really important tip for people, especially when you start networking with wealthy and successful people. And this tip is to drive the relationship. You need to accept the responsibility of being the one who pursues the relationship and pushes it forward. A lot of people, when they get into networking with wealthy, successful people, they don't get texted all the time, they don't get emails first, they don't get phone calls, and they feel like the other person just doesn't see them as on their level, or they feel like less than the other person or sort of inferior, and it kind of maybe creates a bit of resentment with the people that they're pursuing a networking connection with. And the truth is, that's just not true. When you are networking with people of really high success and status, they are very busy. They're far busier than you'd realize. You see a lot of images of millionaires and people like that sunning themselves on yachts, but you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. So if you really want to pursue a relationship with people like that, at first, you really need to push the relationship yourself. That means you're the one reaching out, you're the one texting, you're the one calling, you're the one initiating these projects, and you're the one, asking about money and things like that, because they are not going to be the ones to do that for you. You have to, in a sense, not necessarily prove yourself, but you have to show that you are committed. You're committed to the relationship, committed to the connection, you're committed to whatever projects you may be working on together. Oh, and side note, don't worry about being annoying, because if you think you're annoying, other people are going to think you're annoying too. And that last point about thinking you're annoying and causing other people to think you're annoying kind of ties into the third tip that I'm going to give you in this video, which is really emphasizing your personal growth in relation to your self-worth and your feelings of your worthiness and the value of your time and your life and your success. You are whatever you think you are, and you essentially make as much money as you think you can make. So if you go around taking all these projects for $15 an hour, and I speak from experience, okay, I have to say that, if you take all these projects for $15 an hour, things that don't take you a lot of time, you're not gonna get paid a lot of money for, that is actually going to perpetuate itself in your entire life experience. These people, these successful, wealthy millionaires that you're networking with, you're doing projects with, they can afford to pay you more than $15 an hour, but they will not pay you more than that if you don't value your time at more than $15 an hour. So you will literally have to negotiate with them. A lot of people think, oh, because they're millionaires, they could be paying me so much more, but they're not, so they're exploiting me. No, the fact is, you just didn't show them that you value your time at greater than $15 an hour, or $7 an hour, or $11 an hour, or however much it is. If you were to go to them and say, yeah, I know you need this project done, I personally can't do it, it's not worth my time, I charge a minimum of $200 for a single hour of work, but I can find someone who might be able to do that for you, that is going to make a huge difference in how they approach you, how they perceive you, and how much they pay you, and how much they understand that you value your time. That's all for this video. Hopefully this was enlightening and valuable and useful for you. It was for me when I first learned this from the person who taught me, who's actually my fiance. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated with my content, and I will see you next time.